Welcome to English Now. In today's session, you will practice listening to clear, natural English designed for learners who already speak the language well. This routine will help you understand native speakers more easily, improve your rhythm, and strengthen your fluency. For the next 20 minutes, you will hear slow, natural sentences followed by short pauses so you can repeat, imitate, and internalize real English patterns. Stay focused, breathe, and follow along at your own pace. Before we begin, check the first pinned comment and download the ebook, Train Your Advanced English, Fluency in Practice. It will help you extend today's exercises into your daily routine. Let's start. Sentence 1. I'm trying to slow down my thoughts so I can speak more clearly. Repeat. Every day, I understand a little more, even when the conversation moves fast. Repeat. I'm training my ears to catch the small details native speakers use. Repeat. The more I practice, the more confident I become. Repeat. Fluency is not speed. Fluency is control. Repeat. When I don't understand something, I stay calm and listen for context. Repeat. Native speakers don't speak perfectly. They hesitate, pause, and correct themselves too. Repeat. I can follow the flow of conversation without translating in my mind. Repeat. My brain adapts faster each time I listen with intention. Repeat. I'm developing a natural sense of English rhythm. Repeat. I focus on meaning first, not individual words. Repeat. Even when the sentence is long, I stay relaxed and listen to the structure. Repeat. I'm becoming more comfortable with fast, everyday English. Repeat. I allow the language to flow without forcing every detail. Repeat. I'm training my brain to react automatically in English. Repeat. I don't need to translate because the ideas come directly in English now. Repeat. I'm improving my ability to understand different accents and speaking styles. Repeat. I stay patient with myself, even when the conversation feels challenging. Repeat. I recognize common patterns that native speakers use without noticing. Repeat. I can catch the main message even if I miss a few words. Repeat. I'm building long-term listening strength. Repeat. My comprehension improves every time I practice like this. Repeat. I let my ears guide me and trust the process. Repeat. I'm becoming faster at connecting sounds to meaning. Repeat. I can follow relaxed, natural English without feeling overwhelmed. Repeat. English conversations feel more familiar each day. Repeat. I'm learning to understand English the way native speakers actually speak. Repeat. I stay focused on the speaker's intention, not on perfect grammar. Repeat. My listening skills improve because I practice consistently. Repeat. I'm developing strong intuition for real spoken English. Repeat. I pay attention to the natural connections between words. Repeat. I'm getting better at hearing the real sounds of English, not the textbook version. Repeat. I notice how native speakers blend words together in fast speech. Repeat. I'm learning the rhythm, the tone, and the flow of everyday conversation. Repeat. I let the language move naturally through my ears. Repeat. I don't panic when the sentence feels too fast. I stay calm and listen again. Repeat. I'm building confidence with every repetition. Repeat. I trust that my comprehension is improving, even if the progress feels slow. Repeat. I can understand English even when the speaker uses unfamiliar expressions. Repeat. I'm tuning my ears to recognize common everyday phrases instantly. Repeat. I focus on tone and emotion, not just the words themselves. Repeat. I'm learning to catch meaning through context and intention. Repeat. With each practice session, my brain becomes more familiar with natural English. Repeat. I'm getting faster at predicting what comes next in a sentence. Repeat. I trust the process because listening improves through consistency. Repeat. I can understand conversations that used to feel impossible. Repeat. I allow the language to sink in without pressure. Repeat. I'm learning to stay relaxed while listening to fast speech. Repeat. I recognize when English sounds are reduced, connected, or softened. Repeat. I'm comfortable with the natural imperfections of spoken English. Repeat. I understand that native speakers often shorten phrases without noticing. Repeat. I pay attention to how sentences rise and fall with natural intonation. Repeat. I can follow casual conversations even when people speak quickly. Repeat. I'm developing a deep understanding of spoken English patterns. Repeat. I'm becoming more confident in real-world communication. Repeat. I'm learning to trust my intuition when listening. Repeat. I can understand English in movies, podcasts, and daily conversations more easily. Repeat. I stay patient because mastering listening takes time. Repeat. I'm learning new sounds every time I focus carefully. Repeat. I allow English to feel natural, not forced. Repeat. I'm getting better at separating important information from extra details. Repeat. I listen actively and stay fully engaged with the speaker. Repeat. I can follow long sentences without breaking them apart in my mind. Repeat. I'm strengthening my listening foundation every day. Repeat. I understand more than I did yesterday. Repeat. I'm proud of my progress, even if it's gradual. Repeat. I'm building real fluency through repetition and focus. Repeat. I can hear the difference between similar sounds with more accuracy now. Repeat. I'm learning to understand English as one continuous flow. Repeat. I stay calm, focused, and open to every sound. Repeat. I imagine that English is a landscape, and every sentence is a new place to explore. Repeat. I don't rush. I walk through each sound with calm attention. Repeat. I allow my ears to become familiar with the natural rhythm of spoken English. Repeat. I understand that English is full of shortcuts, blends, and reductions, and that's normal. Repeat. I pay attention to how real speakers breathe, pause, and emphasize certain words. Repeat. I'm learning to hear meaning in the spaces between the words. Repeat. I notice when a speaker speeds up to show excitement or slows down to show clarity. Repeat. I understand that tone can communicate as much as vocabulary. Repeat. I stay focused on the message, not the small mistakes or unclear sounds. Repeat. I'm becoming comfortable with fast, relaxed, natural English. Repeat. I accept that missing a few words doesn't stop me from understanding the idea. Repeat. I'm learning to trust my instincts when I listen. Repeat. I recognize the patterns that native speakers use in everyday conversations. Repeat. I can hear the difference between stressed and unstressed words. Repeat. I'm learning to understand connected speech without slowing it down. Repeat. I imagine English as a continuous melody, and I follow the tune. Repeat. I stay relaxed because calm listening leads to better comprehension. Repeat. I can follow conversations even when people talk over each other. Repeat. I'm developing the ability to understand meaning from context. Repeat. I don't try to catch every syllable. I try to understand the idea. Repeat. I'm getting better at separating useful information from extra noise. Repeat. I understand that native speakers often cut words in half when they speak quickly. Repeat. I'm learning those patterns naturally through repeated exposure. Repeat. I listen with intention, not with pressure. Repeat. I accept that listening is a skill built slowly, like strength or endurance. Repeat. I train a little every day, knowing consistency creates fluency. Repeat. I'm improving even when I don't notice it immediately. Repeat. I let English settle into my mind without forcing anything. Repeat. I'm learning to understand the emotional energy behind conversations. Repeat. I pay attention to how questions sound different from statements. Repeat. I can hear when a speaker is unsure, excited, confident, or curious. Repeat. I'm building the ability to understand English in any situation. Repeat. I stay fully present, listening with my whole attention. Repeat. I'm becoming more flexible with the way I process English sounds. Repeat. I can follow longer, more complex sentences without breaking them apart. Repeat. I'm learning to understand English from sound, not from translation. Repeat. I don't pause to analyze. I let the meaning come to me naturally. Repeat. I trust that my brain is absorbing everything it needs. Repeat. I listen like someone who is confident, capable, and growing. Repeat. I imagine English as a river that never stops moving, and I learn to move with it effortlessly. Repeat. I don't freeze when a sentence feels too fast. I let it pass and I catch the next one. Repeat. I trust that every moment of listening is strengthening my fluency. Repeat. I'm learning to understand English the same way I understand music, through patterns and flow. Repeat. I notice how certain sounds disappear when people speak naturally. Repeat. I'm comfortable with the messy, real version of English. Repeat. I understand that native speakers rarely pronounce every word perfectly. Repeat. I listen for meaning, not for perfection. Repeat. I'm learning to stay relaxed even during fast conversations. Repeat. I can follow informal speech, slang, and everyday expressions without stress. Repeat. I'm learning to focus on the speaker's intention, not just their words. Repeat. I recognize when someone is joking, asking, clarifying, or emphasizing something. Repeat. I stay patient because listening skills grow with consistent exposure. Repeat. I allow English to become familiar through repetition and immersion. Repeat. I understand that listening fluency is built one sentence at a time. Repeat. I imagine myself becoming more confident with every sound I hear. Repeat. I'm learning the natural rhythm that real conversations follow. Repeat. I can hear when a phrase is important based on how it's spoken. Repeat. I'm getting better at recognizing subtle changes in tone. Repeat. I pay attention to the speaker's mood and attitude. Repeat. I can follow fast English even when the audio quality isn't perfect. Repeat. I'm building the ability to understand English in real-life situations. Repeat. I treat listening practice as training for my mind. Repeat. I'm not afraid of strong accents or different speaking styles. Repeat. I'm learning to understand not just the words, but the feeling behind them. Repeat. I can catch the message even when the sentence is full of reductions. Repeat. I listen actively without judging myself. Repeat. I'm building long-term listening strength with every repetition. Repeat. I'm learning to stay focused on the overall idea of the conversation. Repeat. I understand that English has a rhythm that becomes clearer with practice. Repeat. I can adapt quickly when the speaker changes topics. Repeat. I notice when someone uses filler words like, you know, or like. Repeat. I understand that fillers are a natural part of spoken English. Repeat. I can hear the difference between casual speech and formal speech. Repeat. I'm learning to understand English naturally, without effort. Repeat. I accept that not understanding everything is part of the process. Repeat. I focus on what I do understand, and let the rest flow past. Repeat. I'm improving because I keep listening, repeating, and paying attention. Repeat. I allow my brain to absorb English the same way I learned my first language. Repeat. I'm learning to separate important information from background noise. Repeat. I understand that listening well is a superpower I'm developing step by step. Repeat. I'm becoming more confident every time I practice like this. Repeat. I let the language become something natural, familiar, and comfortable. Repeat. I'm training my ears to recognize the true sound of English. Repeat. I can follow conversations without needing visual cues. Repeat. I'm improving my ability to understand English in any situation, quiet or noisy. Repeat. I stay calm, patient, and focused on the rhythm of the language. Repeat. I listen with confidence, knowing I'm growing with every sentence. Repeat. I stay relaxed as I listen, letting every sound become familiar. Repeat. I trust that every sentence is helping me grow. Repeat. I listen with confidence, calmness, and focus. Repeat. I'm becoming a stronger English listener every day. Repeat. If you enjoyed this practice, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.